all to another episode of Vibe Responsibly. Thank you all for tuning in to the cultural frequency. And I got my melanated marvels, as y'all can see.
What it do? What it do?
Jax, how you doing, girl?
I am well refreshed off of
All
spring
right.
break. How y'all doing?
Hey, man, you know what? Fresh off of spring break. You sure you all right? They gotta ask
Fresh
that
off of
question for
spring
real.
break.
Like you was a whole parent. You sure everything's good? You got all your scruples?
No, I don't.
Okay. See, I
But
need
it's
the right.
cool.
I need the real answer. Okay. I don't need the vibe responsibly answer. I need the brother sister answer. But
No,
I'm
but we gonna
good.
get it. We literally got
Okay.
8 weeks. We got eight
All
weeks to
right,
get through
bet.
the end of the school year. That's all I need.
All right, bet. I'm gonna keep you prayed up. Okay. I'm gonna pray for your
Pray my
continuance in the
strength in
Lord.
the Lord.
Yes, I got
Strength
you. I got
in the
you.
Lord.
Strength
I
in
need
the
it all.
Lord. Yes.
Lord, tough.
So I'm doing good. And per usual, I gotta say, hey baby,
Hey, baby.
how you doing?
I am fantastic. And I'm highly pepper jack seasoned today.
She's
See,
beyond blessed and highly flavored.
see, we were doing so good, y'all. We were doing so good. I don't even think we went through this last week, but
You
it's
know what?
okay.
I was. Y'all missed me. Y'all missed me.
Exactly.
So we
That's
gotta
what
make up.
it
We gotta
was.
make up
That's
She
for
what
didn't.
lost
happened.
time.
Okay, that's what it was. She didn't have you to bounce off of. So I see. We
We
gonna
gotta
do
make
you.
up for lost time.
Yeah, yeah. We gonna
Yeah.
have you on every other week, Jax. Don't worry about it. So okay, before we dive in, I just want to say thank you for tuning in and vibing with the show. If you love what you hear and find value in any of it, and want to help us keep these conversations flowing, please click the link. I gotta show y'all the link. Hold on, here we go. But that y'all, please click the link below to become a monthly subscriber for just $3. The link on the screen will take you to our Patreon membership page. There you will see the different tiers you can choose from with some perks like receiving merch on a quarterly to every other month basis, being able to send us ideas and topics for future shows, and even joining us on the panel for even deeper discussions of this and future episodes that will be posted to our members only Patreon page, where only those who subscribe will be able to participate and also watch them as well. But however you are led to give, we wholeheartedly appreciate it. But all we're asking for is $3 a month. With that being said, you all will periodically see this link throughout this live, which will give you several opportunities to click on it and give according to how you're led to, and of course, according to those pockets. It's a small gesture that makes a big impact, helping us keep the mics hot, the vibe strong, and the culture moving forward. Also, we thank you all for checking in. And do me a favor, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this live with at least 5 to 10 people, because our
What you
motto
gonna
here on
do
Vibe
now?
Responsibly is and will forever be, you will not be out here vibing alone. So share this live and tell your people to jump in on the chat.
Come
Tell
on,
us where they're from. And by all
come
means,
on,
speak your entire mind. Don't hold
come on.
nothing back. Please don't hold nothing back. Uh-oh, we got people in the chat already. Let me see what's going on.
Hey y'all,
Y'all
yeah, click
acting
the
up
link for
Hey,
already
this
in the chat.
vibe.
Okay, we got Paris in the building. Okay,
Hey,
okay.
hey,
Got my
Paris, what's
boy
up,
baby.
Paris?
Dante in the building. Okay, okay. All right. So
Is it who
we
I
gonna
think it
see.
is?
Yeah.
That's me.
That's
What
P.
up, B?
Good evening, sir.
What's up,
So
Tay?
okay. So while we're giving everybody a chance and the time to do that, I have received yet another email for confessions of a vibe killer.
Oh,
And this
man.
one reads, see, Jax wasn't here
I
for the
need
last one.
I need some
Yeah,
tea. Do I
yeah,
need
you might. You might. Okay, because this one's pretty good. All right, it reads,
do I
Dear
need tea or
Vibe
water?
Responsibly, I'm just going to be honest. I didn't marry my husband for love.
Oh,
I married him for stability.
oh,
At the time, I was tired of struggling, tired
oh,
of dating men who couldn't provide or lead. He offered
mm,
security, consistency, and a lifestyle I had never experienced before. And he's not a bad man. He takes care of me, makes sure I'm good financially, but emotionally, there's nothing there. No passion, no real connection. It feels like we're just existing together. I convinced myself that was enough until I met someone else. I wasn't even looking, but this person made me feel something I haven't felt in a long time, seen, understood, and not to mention alive. And now I can't unfeel it. That's the problem. Because now when I go home, everything just feels empty. Not bad, just not real. and the guilt is heavy because my husband didn't do anything wrong. He's giving me exactly what I signed up for. So now I feel stuck in a situation I chose. If I leave, I lose the lifestyle, the comfort, the security. If I stay, I might spend the rest of my life wondering, what if? So be real with me. Am I wrong for wanting love when I already have stability? Or is choosing comfort over love just the reality of how life works?
Who going
I mean,
first?
y'all, it don't matter. Yeah, you going? I'm good with it. Go ahead.
Ooh, okay, baby. I totally understand. Totally understand as a single parent, you don't want to do stuff by yourself. You don't like struggling. We all know about struggle life. Don't want to be there. But now you stuck in a relationship and you done found a different relationship that feels polar opposite of what you picked. You found connection, connectivity, passion, and probably even love. Because the real truth about it, it feels totally different than what you got at home. You owe that man an honest conversation. That's just the way I see it. Because the honesty is not only for that man, it's for yourself. Because to go back and forth between the two is unfair to either one of them. And you got to hold yourself fully responsible for the choices that you have made, being marrying a man that you married for stability and not love, and you have not been able to cultivate love and passion inside of that relationship, and also choosing to extracurricularly participate with another man, which now you have passion and love and connection and all the things that you want. It's unfair. You've played the fence and you're having your cake and eating it too. And it's not fair to either man. You're gonna have to be real, put your big girl panties on and do what you need to do. And you have to face the fact that you might lose both doing that. Just is what it is.
She used the TI word extracurricularly. Okay, I hear you.
That's my SAT ACT word for the
soon as
week.
I see. Soon as she said it, I was like, all right, $7 SAT word of the week. I got you. Okay. All right, man. What you got? Let me see what you got to say.
Like Jack said, like I completely get it, like you were looking for stability. And then maybe who knows, you probably thought, once you got into that relationship, later on that you probably would have fell in love with that person. But I think that as soon as you started feeling feelings for somebody else, that should have been your cue to go to your husband and say, hey, this is what's going on. I got these feelings for this other person. And I don't understand why do we have to choose between love and stability? Why can't we have both? That means I feel like you were impatient. That wasn't your person. You just took the first thing smoking. So you should have waited until your person actually came and had both of those things, and maybe you would have got those things. Because we know love don't pay the bills, and that was the problem. But now you may be stuck in an instance where that person may not even have anything, and you may lose everything. And for me, I would rather show my child love than to show my child emptiness.
Now, y'all know how they gave y'all the politically correct answer. Right?
Lord.
They
Here come
did. They gave
Roscoe.
y'all the politically
Here
correct
come
answer. Not
Roscoe.
Roscoe. I am HBCU educated. Don't you ever do that.
All right, here
Listen,
come Ryan. Here come Ryan.
yes, here come
Here come
Ryan. All right, here we
Ryan.
go. So you gotta ask yourself, Miss Ma'am, do you want the money and the emptiness, or you want to be broke and in love?
Maybe he
You
not
gotta.
broke because the 9
I
times out
mean,
of
what?
10 he ain't broke. He just ain't what you
Obviously,
got at home.
he ain't got what old boy got. He ain't got the
Sure don't.
stability, obviously, right? So you have to put yourself in a position to realize that can y'all build together can you build together with this man that you just found? Do you want the emotional stability? Do you want the love? Do you want all the feels? Or do you want to go home to an empty house and you're not the only person in there? Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to be in a house and feel lonely and there's other people in that house. That's a bad way to be. So I'm just letting you know now, you got to make a decision. Do you want to be with the man that's going to give you all the feels, or you want to be the man that's going to pay all the bills? Which one you want?
Funds over
Because
fields.
funds over fields. Because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. When you move over to where that love is, here's what's going to happen. There's going to be a deep conversation that got to be had. You got to tell that man what your expectations are. Because you right now have high expectations as far as money goes. and stability goes. You do. Whether you like to say it or not, whether you like to live that truth about yourself or not, but you do. Because if that man has been taking you on trips and buying you Louis Vuitton and Prada and Gucci and Givenchy,
Givenchy.
are you going to be okay without that stuff? And is love going to be enough? Is regular going to be enough? Because right now you're not living a regular life. You're not.
Almost.
So regular has got to be okay with you. All right.
You ping ponging
All
hard,
right.
my girl.
Yeah. So I'm not about to
Yeah.
spend too much time on that because she got a decision to make. So I hope she gets it
Please
right.
let us know what you come to, girl. I want to know. I'm
Please.
invested.
They
Now
just
I'm
want to be
invested.
nosy. They just want to be
No, no,
nosy.
no, no, no. I'm invested.
They-
I am invested because you
okay.
know why I say I'm invested, because I'm like Keish. Had you
Mm.
waited, you probably would have found stability and love in the
Yeah.
same man. And when you cultivate that with that person, it means so much more. You can't put a price
Mhm.
tag on that, but you jumped the gun because you were tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
That's what
where
it was. She was
tired
tired of
got
struggling.
you.
She was tired of struggling. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I agree. I agree with my mans and them. From NYC. I'm gonna just go ahead and say my man Rose said buns over
Buns
funds.
over
Let's be
funds.
for real. That's what it is. You got to choose buns over funds. You got to choose the buns over the funds. It makes
Bro
sense.
said
You know
buns
what I'm
over
saying?
buns. Oh gosh.
It's what it
You know what?
is. It's what it
We
is.
have such a
I'm
blessed
serious.
family.
Yes, we do.
Unique
Yes, we
track.
do. You know what I'm saying? And then you got my girl
Funds.
Paris here. Hey fam, what's up,
Hey
Paris? We
Paris.
see you, girl. We see
Thirsty.
you. We
Buns
see
over
you. And
buns.
then of course, oh, I gotta hit row again. My bad. My bad, bro.
You're
You're all right. Now we're good. Okay, cool.
y'all
All
are
right. My
hilarious.
boy Dante is in the chat. What's up,
What up, Tay?
partner? Hey, what up, P? You know what I'm saying? Then you got not Pikachu with the your.
Hey
Okay, girl.
Tigger.
I gotta see what your ear sound like. I ain't never even heard you make that noise. All right. All right. Now who is
Oh
this? This is a new
Jesus.
person. Hey y'all.
Hey
Hey.
lady, how you doing?
Hey, Miss Ma'am. All right. Stick around. It's gonna get better. I promise. If you want to, listen, if you put your real name in the chat, I promise you I'm not gonna put it out here. But it's a BK MI411. I think I know this person. I don't know if there's somebody in the family, but I know this person. So yeah, I agree once again with my brother. Buns over funds. All right, you got to either cheeks over being meek. You got a choice. You got a choice. You got a choice. Cheeks over being meek, baby.
Oh yeah, we coming in hot today.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
don't worry. It's about to. Let
It's
me
about to
tell
get
y'all something. Stick
crazy.
around.
Hey,
Please stick around.
Divergent.
Hey, Divergent. I
Hey,
see you, girl. Hey, okay, so this is really about to be good. We got Divergent in here. Hey, hold tight, sis. I got something for you. So let's get
we
started.
coming in
They
hot.
don't tell you, yeah, they don't tell you this part about growth. They tell you to level up, to evolve, to become better. But nobody really talks about what it costs because growth will have you looking around one day and realizing the conversations just don't hit the same. The places don't feel the same. Even the people you loved at one point don't always feel aligned the same. And that's a hard truth to sit with because now you're stuck between two worlds, the one you've outgrown and the one you haven't fully stepped into yet. And in that space, that in between, that's where the guilt shows up. That's where the loneliness creeps in. That's where you start asking yourself, am I growing or am I losing everything I used to love? Tonight, we're talking about that, the quiet shift, the uncomfortable distance, the relationships that don't survive your evolution, and the ones that might if you're willing to do the work. So tonight, we're asking a real question: who do you have to become, and what are you willing to leave behind to get there? Anybody? Who's first?
Who do you want to become and what are you willing to leave behind to get there? I think that takes like a really deep evaluation. And I think that's something we don't do often enough. We look
Mm-hmm.
at it like, oh, I'm deviating from my path or I'm deviating from what's supposed to be. When in all honesty, we should be reevaluating like every 5 to 7 years. Everybody can't go everywhere you going, first of all. And everything that you brought with you upon the journey can't necessarily go with you to the finish line. So you got to be
Facts.
willing to look at that thing and be like, is it time for me to pivot? Is it time for me to make a change? What does change look like? And am I being honest and true to me when I start looking at this and making changes? Or am I just meeting somebody else's description of what I should be, or what I think I want, or what they told me I should want, whether it's job, relationship, whatever that looks like, whatever you're evaluating, you got to be honest about what that thing is for you. And you got to be willing to make some changes. And sometimes changes are uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable,
Mhm.
but you need that.
Facts. Okay, Keisha, what you got?
I just think that just for me, like I've gone through so many major changes. And before I really got into being into my faith, like it was uncomfortable, just like Jack said. Like, it was hard. It felt like I was losing everything and everybody. But once I actually got into my faith and realized that those changes were needed, and every time a major change happened, all I kept saying was, God, I trust you. Like, I trust you to lead me where I'm supposed to be. And just being so into where I was at that time, like with him, it is what it is. I just kept moving. Like I sat in rooms where I just looked around like I don't fit in this box anymore. Like, and it's
Mm,
nothing against the people that I was around or like my family or my friends, but it was just that like I knew that it was more. I knew that, I wasn't supposed to be there no more. So was I gonna sit there and continue to be like, okay, what if 5 or 10 years later, or am I gonna get up and move because he told me to move? And I moved.
mm. Got you. So before I get into what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna jump in the chat. I think I missed somebody. My
We
homegirl
got some
Ty
good
is in the
comments in
building, all the
here.
way from North Carolina. I see you, Ty.
Hi,
Thank you
Ty.
for
Woo.
joining us. That's the
Thanks for
homie,
coming in.
homie. And of course, somebody that me and Jax know, we gonna call her sorry, first class Davis. Can't take everyone with
Hey,
you. Some
hey,
people are
sis.
just for a season, and Jack said that. Some people are just for a season. It is they fit the parameters of where you are in your life in a particular time. And it's
Yes,
okay
it's
with
true.
that. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to move on. Oh, my bro, Landon, I
How
appreciate
you
you being there.
doing?
Facts, growth, and alignment require you to grieve those who don't make it up and be comfortable creating new connections. Please be comfortable creating
Got
new connections because
Yes.
sometimes that's your path to your purpose. You're gonna
you.
run into new people, and that's the thing. You're gonna run into new people that make you realize that the old people will be like, you know what, I'm really not being treated the way I want to be treated. And so you move on, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Everything. So, I got to be careful about your comments, bro. I'm not about to be
Mhm.
clicking on those. You're like my mom. I'm not clicking on all your comments tonight. My homegirl Cam is in the building in Dallas. She said, I'm here, but I'm driving
Welcome in,
and I'm gonna
Cam.
be listening. That's cool. Don't get you no ticket
I
playing with us.
appreciate you checking
All
in.
right. My sis Janae, a married couple I know have progress report, 6 months and an annual check-in. What? Not the report cards in the marriage. I like that.
That's
That's
important.
dope. Progress
It's
reports. I'll give
important.
you a C in a minute. No cheeks. C. All right. Dante says those who are meant to stay remain. Those meant to leave will go no matter how you treat them around. You're right. No matter how you treat them, they're just gonna, they're gonna remain or they're gonna leave. You can't please everybody. Uh-oh. Here we go. Bro, I've never seen a butterfly flit back into a cocoon once it grow its wings. Big
True.
facts. Big
Facts.
facts. It's like them Amazon packages. Once you open it up,
That's
you
it.
can't
It's
get that
open.
package back in that box. It's a wrap. Either you gonna take it somewhere else to return it, or it's yours. It is
Let
what it
them do the
is.
packaging.
I'm just saying, it is what it is, right? So, for me, I know I've done a very high level of evolving in the last year, and I just had to sit back one day and realizing what I was going through in a 6 months period, who showed up and who didn't. And not even knowing what I was going through, but just who showed up as a friend. And I didn't tell everybody what it was. I just kind of went through and did what I need to do. But when you start analyzing the things that you were doing prior to, or the things that you're into, and nobody's either supporting you, or just being there as a friend, it'll make you moonwalk real
Mhm.
quick. And you realize that there was nothing wrong with you moonwalking. You just realize that you outgrown people in certain situations. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And the reason why I keep saying there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because my next question is, have you ever felt guilty for becoming a better version of yourself? And there are people out there that feel this actual guilt because they feel like they've left people behind that they've known for years. I know some people for 15, 20 years, and I've just been like, okay, it's time to cut ties because I'm going this way and they're going that way. Did I feel guilty for it? No. I'm just being honest with you. I didn't feel guilty. I'm a different type of person. I didn't feel guilty at all. I was like, well, this was fun.
Moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. Moving on. Right. So have you so have y'all ever felt guilty for becoming a better version of yourself? Before you do that, hold on one second. You got Paris that says you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable to grow. Facts. And the
You know,
reason for
I've
that is,
I've
man, when you when
never
you when you get to a point where you're comfortable being uncomfortable,
I ain't never comfortable being uncomfortable.
no, you got to get comfortable in being uncomfortable to grow. Because growth is uncomfortable. You know that, sis.
Right, but as comfortable, I get what you're saying. We got to be cool
Yeah.
with growth. But
Yeah.
I'm like at that space in my life where when I recognize it, I'm like, okay, this is so very necessary. But I so
Mhm.
don't like this process. On the
Mhm.
Got
other
you.
side of it, of course, I'm like, you know what? We did that. But in the middle, I'd be like, man,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it hurt. I mean, never said it wasn't gonna hurt, but you said it was gonna be good for you. All right now.
not help.
Now, but like I said, that question, have you ever felt guilty for, moving on from people and improving yourself, becoming a better version of yourself?
I don't think for me personally, I have never felt guilty for being a better me. I have
Mm,
found that people try to make you feel guilty for being a better you or doing something that's best for you, whether it's because they don't understand your growth, they're not aligned with your mindset, they don't want to see you do better than them or go higher than them. I ain't never felt guilty for wanting more. People put that on you like, well, why you got to go and do that? Well, why you need to go back to school to get that degree? Well, didn't you do enough for that first job? Why you got to go get another job? Wasn't that first house big enough? Why you got to go buy a bigger house? Like, what's wrong with wanting more? And we talked about
yeah.
that before. Like, what's wrong with me wanting more for me?
Hmm. The ones that you can tell the ones that's jealous though. It ain't the ones that say, "I see you got the big house." Everything is little. I see your little house. I see your little new car. I see you got that little new job. Watch them. I'm telling you this,
That's
this is
true.
not the first time you heard it. You got to watch those. Watch those people, man. They start talking about everything little. Them the ones you got to watch. What you got, Keish?
I've never felt guilty for just wanting to better myself because I always felt like bettering myself is me bettering and providing for my children. So my kids was my motivation. So nothing nobody could say could stop me from making sure that my kids was good. So in order to do that, I had to better myself. Was it uncomfortable like leaving friends or leaving jobs? Of course. Like I had a job that I was with for 16 years and I left it. Why? Because I wanted better for myself. I wanted better for my child. Like I feel
Yeah.
like those were my priorities. I'm like, so I move accordingly. Like I can care less about what anybody else think. And yeah, it's gonna be little to you, but it's big to me.
All right now. You better say that. I don't know what she's talking about, but it's big to her. Listen, Rose says survivor's remorse, and I completely agree. People have that was it Stockholm syndrome. They have that, man. They feel like they have to be there. They have to bring people with them. And you don't know this is dead weight. You gotta chill out with that, my man. Martinez says, when you're comfortable being uncomfortable, you've made it. That's proof that your growth was real and worth it. Ooh, I agree with that.
Mhm.
Mm, I might have made it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. That's
I'm
all right.
almost there.
You
Almost there.
almost there?
I'm
All right.
almost there.
Was it who was that? Princess Tiana? Cause I'm almost there. I'm
You know
sorry.
that's my you
Anyway.
know that's my joint.
Yeah,
That's my joint.
so
That's my
so
jam.
look, damn, I'm not messing with pause. All right. So I'm gonna just leave that up there for 10 seconds. I'm not gonna let it up there. It's just gonna be there. So is it possible to outgrow to outgrow something? Can you outgrow without outgrowing something or someone? Is that possible? Can you grow to a better version of yourself, evolve, and not outgrow something or someone?
Yeah, very
Yeah.
much so. Yeah,
Okay.
because I would say personally, I have outgrown the old me and I've become a better me, but I did not outgrow my relationship. My relationship is going through some things. My children and me have had to evolve in the relationships that we are in, and we've moved to a higher frequency among each other. I'm raising a teenager. So there are some things we just gonna have to outgrow. We just gonna have to stop doing some stuff. And I don't want to be the reflection of all of the things in my childhood that I disliked or I didn't want to be or I don't want to perpetuate with my kids. So if I don't outgrow it, what do? I gotta
Mm,
outgrow that. But I outgrow it in a way that betters me and we grow with the next step. You don't have to outgrow
got it.
everybody because the reality is the people who are for your growth, they're gonna be right there behind you when you're growing.
All right. All right. All right, babe, what you got?
Yeah, I agree. Like the people who are meant to be are actually going to be there. Your growth is actually personal, like it's for you. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that you go outgrow, like she said, your partner, your spouse, or even your family or your friends. Like because they're growing too, but just because they're not growing as the speed of rate as you are, that does not mean that you're outgrowing them. That just means that they are stopping along the way and they have things that they have to work on in order to continue. The same with you. So yeah, I don't believe that, I believe that it is possible, to
Okay.
stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you both, but my both of my brothers chimed in. All right. Dante says that is situation specific.
Yeah.
And I'm a harp on that. And I'm a also harp on Rose. Yes, if there's alignment. So both of y'all hit it right on the head for me, because that's what I was going to talk about. In order to, I feel like, move forward with growth and not outgrowing someone else, not only does it have to be alignment, which alignment being understanding, alignment being, okay, look, I can step out of the way so you can be who you're becoming. Because sometimes you're going to have to step out of the way of the person who is growing and allow them to be who they're going to be. Like there's no way that you are going to be able to hinder that. Something is going to ensue: chaos, toxicity, arguments, something. So, and this is just a rhetorical question. Are you big enough to step out of the way for your person to become who they're going to be? Right. And also something Jack said, you know, when you're growing, the hardest thing in that growth is realizing that people want to pull you back from that. Like they shame you back into the person who you want to be, who you are trying to get away from. The growth that you want, they want to pull you back into what you're used to doing. Because even in anything that you do, if you are looking for support for who you're becoming and looking for support for that new thing you started, it's always going to be somebody you don't know. The numbers are going to be higher in the people that you don't know. Now, my people that are in the chat, I know I can count on them. I know I can count on who's here. I know I can count on people who have been sharing. I know I can count on people who have been locking in with me. I know I can. But there's a bigger number of people that I've known since I was knee high to a grasshopper that have not been in this chat, that have not been on the live, that have not been hitting the share. But like we notice, for those who are doing this or those who have something going on, you realize it's harder to get those people to do. So, in other words, they have to get out of the way of the person that they have known for years and make room for the new person that has shown up. You can't keep me locked into the person I used to be that you remember when I'm evolving into someone else. I would love for you to accept that. I would love for you to respect. I would love for you to move with me, not in a sense of you moving with me on this journey, but just follow the journey. You know what I'm saying? And support that. So it is what it is. My man Akira just showed up. Him and the wife. He loved the podcast, loved the topics, loved the vibe. I appreciate you, brother. We got to hang out too, man. I ain't seen you in a minute. Rose still in the chat. Alignment also means I can push you forward, even if you seemingly left me behind. Facts. And that's what I mean, right? being able to step out of the way, let them be who they are, but also support them. So I like that. All right. Tikachu. Growth during trying times is hard, but it gives you the perspective. During this time, I've come to see that in my family, I don't have support like I thought. Sometimes it's your family too. Your
Mhm.
family gets used to being who you are.
Yeah.
And that growth not only makes them feel some type, they get hurt, like heart hurt about you wanting to not go to the family functions, about you wanting to go this way and they're going that way, about watching you evolve either financially, emotionally, spiritually. It's hard for people.
I think family get used to seeing you in certain roles, and
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
they don't know how to let you evolve without like pulling on your coattail, like, no, 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 stay right here. And like my therapist told me, everybody's on a race. You run the race at the same time, especially in your
Mm-hmm.
partnerships. We run in the same race. Just because you stopped to get water doesn't mean I don't care and I didn't turn around. I
Yeah.
may look back and give you a pulse check every now and again. Hey, you good? If you need water, stop and get water, but I'm gonna keep
Mm-hmm.
going.
Yep.
And a lot of
I
people
agree.
now they're not okay with change either because change means that they're not changing. And then that means that they got to take a step back and look into themselves and see, like, man, I'm not changing. I see you doing all the things, and then I'm stuck right here where I'm at. So it's like a reality check for them. So they don't like that either.
Yeah. Yeah. Landon says, iron sharpens iron always. As we grow and do our own work, those meant to be here will see the work and match the evolution. Wholeheartedly agree. Tikachu. This time I'm going through really removed blinders I was unaware I was wearing. I can honestly say the support my Obos family has been the support not received from my own family. You know we're here for you, girl. You know that. You absolutely know that. My man Martinez, it's like Rich said earlier, you're going in different directions. Therefore, it's not about growing, but also growing. It's asking yourself, who do I want to be and where do I want to be at all times? You got to make that decision. Who do I want to be and where do I want to be?
You
Right? And
gotta
you
be
got to be
honest about
very
that.
honest with
Real
yourself.
honest.
You got to
Yeah,
be super
you
honest with
definitely have to be
yourself
real.
because that loneliness is coming. But as long as you are honest with yourself, hey, nothing else really matters.
Yeah.
Rose says that's because your family dealt with the same generational trauma and failed. So how did you succeed? That's for you, Tikachu. You can answer that in the chat. Excuse me, y'all. And yeah,
We
answer that in the
love you
chat. I'm gonna
too,
show that one more
girl.
time. Once again, Rose says that's because your family dealt with the same generational trauma and failed. So how did you succeed? So you can answer that in the chat, Tikachu, and we love you too. So growth doesn't just live in your mind; it starts showing up in your habits, your energy, and your relationships. So when you start evolving, what happens to the relationships that were built on the old version of you? What are you doing with those relationships? And this might be a quick answer. Might be able to
Yeah.
move on. What do you do with them?
They disappear.
Boom.
They get rid of themselves. Like you really honestly you don't have to do nothing. They gonna go away on their own. Because old habits die hard. So pretty much you're
Mm,
gonna be moved on and they gonna move on because you maybe what I'm saying, you studying and you can't go to that club or that party. So they gonna get some more friends and go do that. Or maybe you can't, what I'm saying, take those trips because you're saving to buy a house. So they gonna find somebody else to go take those trips and do all those things with. Like I keep saying, everybody that's not supposed to be there, they're not gonna be there. The same people that we are with this year, we may not even be with next year because it's time is constantly moving and our life is constantly changing. So
yeah. What you got, Jax?
Some relationships evolve and some just lie. And they it's like they just go to epitome somewhere and they just disappear. Like he said. My thing is, I guess, like you said, you got to be honest about what's going on with you. And you got to be honest about those relationships too. Now, some of those people will show themselves, and you're gonna know, okay, you're not with me, you're not going with me. I might want you to, but I gotta be real honest that you just don't fit over here. And some of them aren't gonna be honest. Some of them gonna play the role and try to stick and stay as long as possible. But you gotta also be aware and be like, okay, you not lining up, and I'm not seeing you where I need to see you, and this might hurt, this might suck, but I'm going to embrace this suck and I gotta move on. You can't hold yourself stagnant because you want people to stay on the leash. Them staying on the leash is gonna hold you back.
yeah.
Mm, 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 mm. I got to do this for my boy. Wrote, embrace the suck is a wild pause. Anyway, listen.
You
That's a
know where that
wild
comes from.
pause.
Don't do
I
that.
know. I just had to. Like, it was just, it lined up so well. So listen. Um,
My
wild
God.
pause. Not a big pause, but a wild pause. But so basically for me, the relationships that were built on the older versions of me, I realize my take and my portion of those old relationships. And I know that I made some poor and bad decisions in those relationships. And we're talking about friendships and intimate relationships. I made some poor and bad decisions, some toxic decisions, and realized that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. If and I've said this to some people, if all we're talking about at this age of ours, if all we're talking about is taking trips, drinking, and partying, I have definitely outgrown you. I'm
Mhm.
not doing that. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. If that's all we can talk about, when are we doing this? Who's buying the liquor?
It's
Where
time
are
to
we
move
going?
around.
It I got bigger things that I'm trying to do. And y'all trying to do this every other weekend, every other month. Y'all planning the trip for next year, but ain't planning how to make money. Ain't planning how to make, put up this generational wealth. Ain't planning how to get yourself out of the situation you in. How you planning the trip and you broke?
That's what I was about to say. You ain't
How
planning how to
you
get yourself out of debt.
you ain't planning how to get yourself out of debt, but you planning a trip. Oh, you using a firm? You using Klarna? Huh? The same way you using that. Guess what? You can put that money away to get yourself
Pay
out of
them
debt.
credit cards off. Put some money in your savings.
Come on, man. Like, do better.
Afterpay.
But you know what the problem is? The problem is everybody wants a microwave fix.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a microwave fix. Not only do they want the microwave fix, they want that good feeling.
Yeah.
And when you stay in that good
Dopamine.
feeling, and with all of us saying growth is uncomfortable, if you stay in that good feeling, you'll never know what the growth feels like because you don't want to be uncomfortable ever. You don't want to sacrifice ever. You down to $3 and you trying to figure out how to get Chinese food. Bro, Chinese food about $5, $10. How you doing? Hey, you can let me borrow $2. Man, you better eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and stop playing.
That
Like,
is
there's
That
nice.
dopamine
sacrifices
rush
you
is a
gotta
hell of a
make.
drug, boy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna say this and just bear with me because I try to stay as I'm goofy on here, right? I say the crazy things, but please understand this and take this with you, and tell somebody this. When you are broke, when you are going through, play a partner. You got to do broke nigga stuff.
Really.
Let's be clear. You can't do the nigga with money stuff. You can't do that.
Oh,
If I'm over here eating pretty good and you see me eating pretty good, okay, cool. If you used to eating out all the time and all you got in that house is that ramen, oh baby, it's ramen. Don't call me borrowing money so you can eat nice. No, no, no,
eat
no, no,
steak.
no. What?
Steak on a
No,
peanut
no, no,
butter
no.
jelly budget.
Oh man, you listen, let me tell you something. You better eat that peanut butter jelly sandwich and wish you got a steak.
Ah,
Pretend it's a steak.
I don't
You
know
gotta
where I'm
be
at because I got
uncomfortable.
steak money and I want peanut butter and jelly.
But that's
I guess
okay.
I'm just gonna be
But that's okay because guess what? That's the way you're supposed to do it. You ain't supposed to
give me the
just
peanut
go
butter
all
and
out. And
jelly.
you know what I used to do? I used to go in stores and just pick out, pop, 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 just grab stuff. In my like now, I should tell you, I go in the store and be like, yeah, I'll get that next week. I
Walking there
don't
with a whole
impulse
list.
buy.
Got a
I
whole
don't
book.
imp
Ain't
man,
going off
listen,
the list.
I don't impulse buy anymore because guess what? If I wait 2, 3 weeks, and I learned this from somebody else. If I wait 2, 3 weeks, that thing could probably go on sale, man. And I get it for $50 cheaper or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, impulse buying is what's getting you. Stop looking for the microwave result. Stop feeling like you want to feel good all the time just because you
That
were able to do it
dopamine.
before. No, it's time to do broke nigga stuff.
It's that
All right.
dopamine.
That dopamine. Yep. Yeah, Ro. Definitely a pregnant pause. Jesus. Wild. Embrace the suck. All right.
And yet here you
All
go
right.
again.
Tika says, Tika says, Tika says the jelly. makes a good reduction sauce for that imaginary steak. That's what I'm talking about. You know what?
It
I
is.
didn't realize for a long time. Because let me tell you something. Them baby shower meatballs are good. The baby shower
Man, and
meatballs
you
is
can make
egg
them
and
at
chili.
home quick.
Man, listen. Let me tell you something. Them baby shower meatballs,
Yeah.
baby. Let's go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make some this weekend. Baby shower meatballs for
Don't
everybody.
start. Look,
Mm.
don't start no stuff and have us all in here crock pot cooking baby
I
shower
swear, I
meatballs.
will listen. I will listen. I'll
Have
even
y'all
take
had
a
the
picture of it. I
barbecue
send
one? The
Say
barbecue
what?
one?
say the word. My crock pot will be on slow cook all night. Them
Do we?
things,
I send you the
them things
picture
will
on
be
Saturday.
eaten.
I'll send you the picture on Saturday. Please no. Okay. How do you build a new life with old relationship rules? This one might be quick too.
You can't build a new life with old relationship rules because the
All
old
right.
rules from your relationship can't go to your new relationship because then it's not a new relationship. You just
Mm,
put old rules on a new label.
mm.
It's not going that don't work. That don't work. You trying to
You know what
teach
that's like?
a old dog new tricks? Like
That's
what you
it's like
trying to
putting
do? Like
cologne.
what you trying to make happen?
It's like putting
What we
cologne on
doing?
funk. It's putting cologne on
Right.
funk.
Go take a bath.
That's
You
what it
gotta
is.
wash that. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
wash that.
Yeah.
You can't layer that and expect for a different result wrapped in a new package when you didn't do anything different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Keisha, I thought Keisha was gonna say something. Don't worry about it. I got you, girl.
I
Healthy.
was.
No, go
You
ahead. Come
know,
on. We
sexy
waiting on you.
dub.
That was a pregnant pause. Go ahead.
No, because I was gonna say like that's just like you know what I'm saying, putting a new label on some old meat. You know what I'm saying, and then
Mm,
hoping that it's gonna taste good. Like no, like you
mm,
cannot do that. Like,
mm,
and just like you said, the results are still gonna be the same. Like
mhm.
If that ain't a pregnant pause, I don't know
I'm
what
talking
is.
about big pause. Putting new flavor on some old meat.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
You
baby. We
know
gotta
what?
talk.
Y'all not gonna have
Mm.
me Ray Charles in here with these people. Nope. I ain't doing that today.
What in the world? You know what? You know what? This right here. This right here. That's like trying to put piss back in your bladder, bro. What? How did we? How did we get here? All right.
Oh
All
Jesus.
right.
exactly,
All right. My boy
exactly,
Rose says,
Every
crock pot, crack pot, same things. You is right. It's gonna be a crack pot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
exactly.
So healthy. Wait, hold on. Rose says, right. It's all good until you get that plop down when you can't mask funk. Come on now. Listen, hey, bro, that's why when I used to
not the
date,
sit
I
down
used
sit.
no, real talk. When I was dating, I used to turn on the heated seats in the car.
Oh my God. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Cause, but hey,
Oh my
that
God.
plop down when
Oh my
you
God.
sit down too long, that joker get to cooking. You be like,
God.
is that bacalao? Is that rare? Anyway, listen.
Oh my
So
God.
healthy relationships require renegotiation. What are the expectations and the boundaries that you have, right? So you got to be sure that you put that out there. Make sure you have your expectations and boundaries up front. Because if you don't, it's gonna be a wild time. My man Martinez says the old rules are what ruined the previous relationship. You're trying to cover old wounds with new band-aids as you're bleeding out. Yeah, definitely.
That part.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah. My man Rose says fish fry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Scripts,
sir.
right?
And with Rose saying that, it's only right that I go into this as he is here. Let me ask you something. Does what you wear reflect who you are, or just what was on the rack? The Gents Life apparel isn't just clothing, it's an intentional design. Premium fabrics, custom pieces that make a statement before you ever open your mouth. Founded by my man, designer Rob McKeever, who's been making strategic moves in fashion for years. This brand is built on one powerful message: love never fails. This is elevated luxury with purpose, confidence stitched in every stream, culture, legacy, excellence. And because you're part of the Vibe Responsibly community, when you use the link below, you'll receive 25% off your first order. So don't just get dressed, make a statement and vibe responsibly.
Yo.
I had to do that while my
I
man
got
was
my
here.
I got my just life sweater on.
Hey, he said, look, he says, When did we get a commercial? Oh,
Baby, you've had one for the last 3 episodes. What you talking about,
okay.
baby?
You
Yes.
about 3-4 episodes late, brother. You've
Last
been
three
had this
episodes.
commercial. Oh yeah.
Yes.
We been,
Oh yeah.
we was advertising before we even went live. We started with the
Oh
Mount
yeah.
Rush collection, baby. We've been
Come
on
on
it,
now.
and I just realized I got a whole felt heart on this sweat. You snapped on this sweatshirt. That's all I'm gonna
Come on
say.
now.
I didn't even realize it was felt. Oh,
Come on now.
appreciate you. Thank you, kindly.
We here. We got you, bro. We got you. I promise you, we got you. My man Dante says his products are tough. Yes, sir.
Yes.
What?
Get you one. Get you one or get you a ton.
Get a
Get you
ton,
many.
a
Get
That's
you
what I
ton,
many.
say. That's my
Get you
motto for
many.
his line. Get you one or get you a ton. Y'all see the link
a
right there?
ton.
Vibe 25 is going to send you to his Instagram page. Let him know I sent you.
Your
Let him know
dope
what you
ass
want.
higher self.
Keep it pushing, man. I'm telling you, you won't go wrong. All right.
The
So
little
it's one
heart.
thing to outgrow people you chose, but it hits different when it's the people you were born into. So how do you evolve without feeling like you're disconnecting from your own foundation? How's that work?
You got to be comfortable with knowing that even though they are family, they don't always fit the mold. And all the time, family is not on the same line. Like sometimes you got to have hard conversations, and sometimes you don't even get a conversation. You just got to make peace on the inside and be cool with how that thing moves. Because family is just like the people on the outside. They let you know whether they with you or not. They let you know whether they willing to change or not. And sometimes you got to take they yes or no as what it is and move on and do what's best for you.
Hmm. Okay.
I think your foundation is solid, right? Your foundation is gonna follow you no matter where you go in life. You just add to your foundation, or sometimes you take away from your foundation. So that if your family is your foundation, your family gonna push you to greatness. At least they supposed to. And if they don't, they just part of that brick that you just gotta chisel away and remove them and then add something else there. Like it's okay to not be with your family all the time. It's okay to not be with those friends that you had for 20 and 30 years. It's okay to be by yourself sometimes. In order to evolve, like you need to move on. In order to move on, you might leave some people behind, but that does not mean that you don't love them. That does not mean that you not going to represent them. That just means that you want more for yourself and better for yourself. And that's okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that you have to understand also, your family will definitely try to trick you back into the fold.
The
They will
oh
definitely try to pull you back into the fold. I promise you that. Because like Jack said it earlier, they're gonna ask all the questions. Well, why you want to do that? Why you going this way? Why you want to get the big house and you already had another house? Why you got this car and you already got another car? Okay, cool. I got a big family. I need two cars. Why you got so many sneakers? You only got 2 feet. Well, you only got one, but you got a whole bunch of people that you never mind. So
God.
listen.
Oh God.
So
No, you did.
so so understand, understand that your family can also play a part in your demise. They
Yeah.
can. I want you to know that. I want you to understand that. I'm not saying this is everybody because I agree with both of my co-hosts, right? And Key said something. She said your family should be your foundation. Should be. It's not always like that. There are some people that get away from their family for a reason. They
Mhm.
don't visit all the time. They don't go back to the family reunions all the time. You see them around Easter. You see them around Christmas. You always got to ask them, well, where you been at? I ain't seen you in years. And the same answer is, oh, man, I'm just doing me. They've noticed the toxicity. They noticed that the generational curses are there. There is something about somebody looking at their family and saying, you know what? I'm going to do exact opposite of what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
When you can take notice of that, that's growth because you notice that there's something there that shouldn't be there. Like it shouldn't be like this. There's no way that every year it should be like this. There's no way we should be going through this. There's no way that this should be handed down. The same structure, the same teachings, the same nonsense is being passed down. And you're watching it and you're like, well, wait a minute. You told me the same thing and it didn't do anything for me. Why would you tell them that? Pay attention to the people that actually said, I'm going to do exactly opposite of what my family or friends are doing. Watch their growth. And I guarantee you it's beautiful. My man Dante says, you evolve deliberately and quietly. Familial insecurities pop up when you start to become familiar with the insecurities they haven't dealt with yet. Facts.
Mhm.
Paris
Sometimes
says,
when you step
half-ass
out, you
family
step
and
out.
friends got to get the hell away from me. All right.
Yes,
She wrote that.
best.
That wasn't in all caps, but I felt that. That actually shook my seat I'm sitting in. All right. Ro, love you guys big. The Knicks are playing and I'm vibing responsibly with them. Proud of you, family. This is dope. I appreciate you, big bro. Say I'm vibing responsibly with the Knicks. I didn't even know they was playing tonight.
Right,
That's
the
crazy.
Knicks. And you know what?
Yeah.
I forgot y'all from New York. It's cool.
First of all,
I forgot it was both of y'all. I forgot.
oh, boy,
I
I thought you
forgot.
was okay. I can end this live. Stop this breaking cycles seen as growth or rebellion. Letting go of inherited beliefs and choosing a different path. Do you think it's seen as growth by everyone or as a form of rebellion?
Of
Or
course,
as
they
a form of, you know what? I really don't rock with y'all no more.
Of course not. Everybody not gonna see your perspective. And you could literally lay it out. You could say it plainly, and they still not gonna see it. And that's just based on what they want to see and what they want to be perpetuated and what they want to be true. You could be very honest about where you're going, what you're doing, how you're trying to break that cycle, and they just not with it. They just not with it. So they're gonna say, "Oh, well, you know how they say, oh well, so and so just over there doing her own thing, or your cousin over there just want to be difficult." As soon as you start deviating from the plan, you become difficult. As soon as you start deviating from what they consider is the program, now you're difficult, which is not necessarily true. Everybody has to be able to recognize their own lane, their own way, and their own space. And the people outside of the lane should be, but sometimes they aren't respectful of that.
What you got, Keisha?
It's over there.
I agree with Jax. Like, I feel like, that's when the family comes in and say that, oh, she thinks she too good, you know what I'm saying? Like, or
Yes, that
she
part. She better
she
than us.
bougie, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, just because I think that it should be changed and y'all comfortable with being over there and living in a shed. Like, that's not what I want. I want to move different. Like, I want my kids not to live in the shed. I want them to own the house in front of the shed or behind the shed. Like, that's what I want. Like, I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. Like, and I feel like some people say that because they didn't have the growth potential in order to do that change. So now they're reflecting their issues and their insecurities off onto you, because that's how the pattern continues. Because everybody is saying, you don't need to do this and you don't need to do that, and it's because they didn't have the power to change or the means to do it. And so now they want to continue to pull people, that like everybody want to pull people in instead of just pushing them forward. Like, yes, go ahead and do that. Like, we need
Better
this
than
to
a
be
barrel.
changed. Yeah.
Well, misery loves company.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Misery loves company. And people will push their fears on you
Yeah.
all the time. Right. And just because, and please understand this, just because they can't do it doesn't mean that you cannot. Don't let people talk you out of what is supposed to be for you. Don't let people do that. Don't let people talk you out of your dream. Don't let people talk you out of your vision. Don't let people talk you out of your idea, because guess what? When God gave that to you and called you for it, it wasn't a conference call. Called
Wasn't
you. He
about
gave you that. And everybody that you tell about it is not going to understand. If you sit back and you tell somebody, "Oh man, I know it's March, but by the end of the year, I'm gonna have 75,000 YouTube subscribers." Man, it's March. That's crazy. You can't do that. It's people out here that have done it.
yes.
And just because other people can't see it for them doesn't mean that you cannot accomplish that. Do not
That's
allow people to
right.
talk you out of where you're supposed to be. Push forward in whatever it is, whether it's family, friends, your partner, whatever the case may be. And sometimes you just got to shut up. Stop telling people what you're doing.
They be the
Yeah.
mess
Just
around
do
and
it.
talk you out of your blessing.
That's
That's
right.
the
Just do it.
silence.
Stop talking about everything that you're doing and just do it. Just knock it out. When it all comes to fruition, they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know you were doing it. Oh, yeah, I've been doing it for 6 months. Well, why you didn't say anything?" I don't know. Just say, "I don't know." You ain't even got to tell them why I didn't think you would support it and you didn't even believe in me. Just be like, I don't know. Just knock it out. Right? You ain't got to tell
You're
everybody
like,
what you're
"You
doing.
really
No way.
do? You sure? Oh, I'm like, I thought I had told
Hey,
you."
this podcast. I didn't know you was on a podcast. Oh, you didn't? Oh,
That's
Yeah.
it.
well now you know.
I did the
Oh, I
same
didn't know.
thing.
I didn't know you had
I
moved.
didn't know y'all was doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, well now you know.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. Hey, man, I was on YouTube and I scrolled and so how long
Who
you been doing
your
that, man?
face was?
I've been doing it for a little while now. Why you ain't say nothing, man? I just been busy with life. That's it. You don't tell everybody your moves, man, because it will find a way to talk you right up out of it.
Yeah.
Man,
Absolutely.
Martinez says you can give them a roadmap to your destination and they would still be lost. Your GPS is set to different coordinates than them. Your GPS may be set for comfort and theirs is mapped to misery.
Oh,
Facts. I like that.
I don't want that
I
map to
like
misery.
that.
They can
Hmm.
keep
No,
that.
no.
Estelle Davis 5813 says everything ain't for
Ain't for
everyone.
everybody.
Facts.
I just say everything ain't for
Facts.
everybody.
Paris and Tikachu says
Ooh,
move in
both of y'all.
silence. Move in
Yes. Move in
silence.
silence.
Nobody needs to know what you're doing until it's shown. When it pops out, baby, you can talk about whatever you're doing after that. But keep it a buck to yourself, man. Everybody ain't got to know what you're going on. At what point do you stop living for your family's expectations? Like at what point? When do you make that decision where you're like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore? What is the breaking point?
The breaking point when you ain't benefiting from it. Like if
Mm,
your life is in shambles and you're not benefiting from what their perspectives or how they feel, like that is the point that you need to break away. Like if
yeah.
you cannot feed yourself or let alone feed your family, then that is the time that something needs to change. Like if you want to go to school and you see you have all the means and they're not pushing you to go to school, they okay with you being having your 8th grade education, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go.
Jesus.
Eighth
Somebody
grade. You
was
need to get your
failed
diploma.
miserably.
8th grade.
Crazy.
Oh my God. Okay, so just hold. Give me 1 second here because I missed this.
Hey,
Lacey, what's up?
hey,
What's
young
going on, famo?
Lacey.
Hey, Lacey. My bad on that. It's been a minute since you typed that in. I apologize. I was scrolling through and I
We
was like,
love you,
wait
girl.
a minute, sis is in the building. So for me, I'm that guy that looked at my family and said, I got to do the exact opposite. I am literally the black sheep. I heard my cousin say, I'm the one that made it. Literally. I don't do a whole lot of talking. I don't talk about everything that I'm doing. I mean, I tell my co-hosts everything about the podcast because this is our thing. But outside of that, man, I'm incognito at all times. You heard me. Incognito. Keisha tell you, I told her that a long time ago. I'm
Mhm.
very incognito. I don't put my business out there. I don't talk about my business. What I post on social media, y'all look on my social media pages, GL underscore Richardson. You ain't gonna see nothing but the podcast.
That's what I
Nothing.
want you to see.
That's what I want you to see. That's the only snapshot you getting of me. So please understand, whenever you see anything on social media of me, it's what I want you to see. It's not because I feel like, the algorithm is designed to push. No, 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 no. And I don't feel like people should have that gateway to my life. No way. I don't. Now, am I extremely private? No, I'm not extremely private, but you get what I give you. You only know what I want you to know. And half the time, I'm not gonna lie to you, half the time, by the time I post something, it already happened.
Already over.
Oh,
It's over.
Already over. Not already
that's
The
done.
me.
it's over. The
Been
trip,
there, done that. It's
the
old.
event is over. It might be 2 weeks old. You might be
A
looking at
month,
something.
a
I
month
thought
ago.
that I thought the
Celebration
Osleys
all
was
of a
in
sudden.
Austin. What? I thought
Did
the
it.
Osleys was in Austin a year ago. They were. I'm just posting it. Yeah. Yeah. Have fun with that. Cause I did that night. Sure did. But yeah, man, I'm very incognito. So that's just me. Jax, you got anything for that? Or you already answered that?
Nah, I'm with y'all. Like you can't you can't let other people determine the beat of your drum. You got to be on
Yeah.
your own beat. You can't let them and what they do or how they see your beat, because if you do, they'll talk you right out of it. Just like we've all said, they'll talk you out of your blessing. They'll move you around. You'll mess around trying to meet somebody else's expectation and miss out on everything that God has for you.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
willing.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
willing.
So Estelle Davis 5813 says, being that one can be draining, family will bring you down more than a stranger. True. And I've said this on a episode before, you're just a strong one, right? Sometimes we label it annoying, but it pushes you to your anointing. It does. Right. And so I understand that wholeheartedly, because I'm that one. People will call you all the time. Hey, I need. But they know that you have that favor on you. They know that you're the one that made it out. That's why they call you. Right. And sometimes you feel like, oh my God, this is so annoying. But even in that moment, you have to understand that it's going to push you to be a greater person. Because at some point, you're going to be like, man, I wish I could help them, but I can't right now. Right. And so it pushes you a little bit. And sometimes it pushes you in the opposite direction. Like, go call your mama. Go call somebody else. Please stop calling me. Please stop calling me. I'm looking. I'm trying to go out to eat. You call me as soon as I grab the
I
door to the
sit down.
restaurant. Hey, you got $50? I don't believe. I know you.
D&D. Don't call me. Do not disturb. Call the others.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna tell you what I do. I will grab that door at that restaurant. I will look at that text message, put that phone in my pocket, and go eat. I'm not answering that right now.
You know what? That has been a growth thing for me, learning how to not answer everybody's call and going back to it
Yeah,
on my own time. Like, hey,
I'm
yeah,
telling you.
and not coming with excuses. Hey, I missed your call. How can I help you now?
That's it.
Oh, well, I
I
needed you two
uh,
hours ago. Well, I was busy 2 hours ago. Can I help you now?
but here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. If and y'all, some of y'all will understand this, and some y'all might say it might be cold. If somebody asks me, hey man, can I borrow some money till Wednesday? It's Monday. I'm gonna wait till
Just wait till
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Because obviously you're gonna find a way. I'm gonna wait till Wednesday. Because if what is the rush? Tell me what the rush is. Because if
if
you're gonna have it
Wednesday
on
you know you
Wednesday,
got money coming, wait for Wednesday. So you ain't got to borrow and you don't owe nobody.
so I'm gonna be honest with everybody. If you ask me for something and I feel like I know they got it, I'm a hold out. I'm gonna give you a smooth 48 hours. Nigga be like, hey man, you good? Yeah, man, I'm straight, man. I got myself together. I know you was gonna do that. Praise God. Praise God. All right.
And when I ask for that Snickers, you better send it. Send my Snickers and turtles. I
I
ain't I
wish I
ain't
might
good.
send you some Snickers and turtles. You know what? You know what's coming to your house, so stop tripping. Anyway, my homegirl Jen, who's
Move it.
also from Detroit, says facts. Now, in this moment, I want to give Jen her flowers. Reason being is, and I'm gonna say this on the live. We were in a group that used to travel, have fun, and all of that. And me and Jen spoke one day when I left an audio message in that group. And she was like, well, go ahead and do it. And I did it. But Jen has been the same person from day one that I've ever since I met her. She's never changed, always been the same person, always been supportive, and I appreciate you. So I'm saying this live on this podcast. I wholeheartedly appreciate you and thank you for being who you are in my life and who you've been this entire time. Never switched up on me. I appreciate you, girl. So when you start redefining your relationships with others, eventually you're left with just you. And when everything gets quiet, do you actually know who you are without the noise?
Mm.
Who are you
This
without
just
the noise? When
this
especially when no one is validating you.
this we I don't know who I had this conversation with, but I just had a conversation about being in your own silence and being able to hear, not being overloaded by the people around you, the situations, just being alone, and the type of reassurance your own mind when you get to know you and you can hear you and you can hear God and you can move in that. That's a different kind of strength. And everybody is not comfortable with being in the silence. It's like it's disturbing. It's too loud for them. It's too much for them, where some of us learn to kneel in the silence and then we stand up and we come out strong and moving in the silence. The silence does not defeat us. it's almost like it empowers us the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I wholeheartedly agree. And it took me some time to be able to be in my own space. But once I got it, the peace that's in that space is unmatchable. Like you can't even imagine like just being able to hear, just being able to hear yourself, but not only hear from yourself, but be able to hear from God as well, to be able to move the way you're supposed to move. And you'll notice so many different changes, positive changes, just from being able to be in that space. Like, is it uncomfortable at the beginning? Yeah, absolutely. Because you're used to things being chaotic and crazy and foolish. But once you find that peace in that space, like it's nothing like it, and you will fight to death's end in order to keep it.
Yeah, definitely. The silence can be very loud. And I'm talking about to the point where it's confusing because now you're trying to figure out, did I make the right decision?
That's that
Now you're
deep
trying to
in.
figure out, do it, should I dive back into whatever that situation was, or should I dive back into who I used to be? It will cause you to contemplate and rethink your entire life and your trajectory and where you're supposed to be going. Because when silence becomes loud, yes, it's a part of growth, but it is so very uncomfortable
Mhm.
because you are stuck with you at this point.
Nobody else.
There's nobody to go off of. There's nobody to lean on, so to speak. There's nobody, and excuse me for me saying not nobody to lean on, because when you find yourself in that situation, 9 times out of 10, you're leaning on God the hardest. You're leaning on God the hardest you've ever leaned in your life on God. That is the hardest time you are going to lean. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, I done tried everything. I done did it. I done talked to everybody I was supposed to talk to. All the doors have closed.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do? Now you find yourself crying. God, what am I doing wrong? Who did I do this to? What
I'm
turn did I
sorry.
make when I wasn't supposed to turn? What door did I not go through? Who did I curse out that I wasn't supposed to curse out that was your child? You asking all the questions. And what's so crazy is the very moment you say, you know what? You got it, God. You
And
Yeah.
know,
sometimes that be the whole point. Lean on me, child.
that's
That be,
it.
but instead of him saying, he like, okay, I'm gonna let you do this your way. You're
You
gonna get these knuckle
fighting.
up bruises, and then you're gonna come
You
back to me, and then you're gonna lean on me, and it's gonna all be done in a week.
and that's all it was for.
Yeah.
It was the pruning, it was the taking away, it was the getting you to yourself so he can let you know the only person you need is me.
Give him all the
And let
praises.
me tell you
That's it
something.
enough for
When I figured that out, I thank God it wasn't too late. Because
yeah.
I'm talking about in the 11th hour, he showed up. I never knew what that meant until December 15th. In the 11th hour, he showed up for me. And I was just like, you know what? I love you, God. That was too close. Oh, God, that was too close.
It be that midnight hour cliff. That midnight hour cliff will show you
Ooh.
if your faith is in it or if it's
Yeah.
faulty.
And I ain't have a
Yes.
choice. I really
Who
It
did
will
not
say?
have
show
a
you. It
choice.
will make
I
you
had
prove.
this. Oh my God. When I tell you I was, man, I don't think I ever cried that hard. Boy, I almost threw up
Jesus,
crying. I almost threw
Jesus,
up crying that hard. I ain't never cried
Jesus,
hard enough to where I'm gonna throw up. I'm in there. That was crazy. Anyway,
Jesus. Oh God.
big pause.
Listen,
My boy Dante
if
says sometimes that might be the easiest. Don't bother me long. You won't get back. The payment could free up from your future calls. Facts. Because guess what? Sometimes when you pay somebody, you pay them to get rid of them. When they ask you for money and you give them that money and they walk away and they don't give you that money back, they're gonna avoid you.
yeah.
So you don't have to worry about them anymore. You paid them $20 to
To
get
leave
rid
you
of
the
them.
hell alone.
That's all right.
Man,
I'm
get out
okay
of
with
here.
that. Now I'm like, not now. I used to do that, but now I'm in the position where if you ask me for money and I know I ain't gonna be able to, I ain't gonna hear from you for 6 months to almost 2 years, I might just give you that $100. Here you go.
Give me $50. You
See
ain't
you
give
in
me $50.
2028. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? For
Give
real.
me $50.
And Jen, you are more than welcome, girl. I promise you, man. Like I value people who are genuine. I value people who don't send their representatives. I value people who are uniquely themselves at all times.
all
And
time.
you don't have to switch up. You don't have to be something else. Especially not around me. I'm genuine. I'm the same person every single day. And I tell people all the time, the moment you get a different me, you'll never get that other person back. Because you did something for me to turn into something else. Because I am like this all the time. Everybody don't get the deep conversations with me, and but you will get the laughs, you will get the jokes. If I have a deep conversation with you, that means I hold you in high regard. Like I can sit down and have a deep conversation with you, help you, whatever, or with whatever. But I'm me all the time, never switching up. If you ever get a different me, please know
We locked in. Ain't no
you
switching up.
ask. Yeah, locked in, no switching up. But if you ever get a different me, please know you ask for that ass whooping. I want you to know up front, because it's tough. It's tough once you get on my other side. Because guess what? I'm a really good friend. I am a phenomenal friend. People will tell you, but I'm a better enemy than I'm a friend any day. Take that for what it's worth. Please stay on my good side. I appreciate y'all. Okay. So here's my question.
Thank
When,
you.
yep. So
He's in there.
if you have not fully become who you wanted to be, and you have not fully healed, and you're still in your growth period, why do we rush into the next chapter without healing the last?
Some
What
of
is
us
that
not
about?
comfortable with growth. Some of us are not comfortable with growth because it's uncomfortable. And some of us are not okay. We don't want to move forward into the unknown. It's the evil that we know versus the evil that we don't know. And versus jumping to something which you could very, very well be prepared for. You don't have the faith in yourself, or you don't trust your own gut. You just, well, I'm gonna just stick over here and stay in this mud right here. I'm gonna just stick right there. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We get comfortable with what we know, and we get cool with it, even if it's bad, even if it hurt, even if it tears us down. Sometimes we just get stuck in what we know because it's comfortable.
Mm, okay. What you got, Keisha?
I think that some stuff you are supposed to heal before you move to the next, but some stuff in your path of your purpose, you're supposed to move into in order to heal you. Like some
Mm,
people are there to heal you in certain areas of your life. Some stuff, you know what I'm saying, like you're not supposed to do on your own. He put people, places, and things in your path and in your life in order for you to heal, because everybody can learn something from somebody. So in order to learn something from somebody, you got to be open, and nobody is ever going to be 100% healed. I don't care who you are or what you do. You're never going to be 100% healed. I'm sorry, you're not.
You
yeah.
don't think so?
I think no, no, no,
No,
no, no. No. You carry
no.
things with you. You do. You carry things with you. You now what you do is, I will say this, you deal with them better.
Yes,
You
yes.
definitely deal with them better. I will say that. But there are some
Mhm.
things, we all got triggers now. We do. Let somebody say a certain thing or do a certain thing, and it's all right. Oh, I tried to tell you. You turn into a whole nother person. You know it. You know what I'm saying? We all got them triggers. Like I know at least five of my triggers. You know what I'm saying? And then it's all based on um family and relationship stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I do my best to make sure that there is a bubble where those that line does not get crossed, because I feel like my actions can sometimes bring about other people triggering me. And so if I move in a certain way, then those triggers won't present themselves. So I do my best in that. But we all have those triggers, and that 100% healed, mm, I say I'm a smooth 85%. That other 15%, you say the right thing, man, I'll flip a room. Easy.
Not a table,
I
a room.
I'll
Not a
flip a whole
table,
room.
a
I tear
room.
a room. I clear a room. It'd be like you
A
let go
life.
16 wild pit bulls in a gym, and everybody running for their life. That's what it'll look like. I swear to God.
No,
But
because I think of it like this: like if we are 100% healed, then we would never need God.
Okay,
right?
that's a different perspective.
So
Okay.
that's how I picture it in my mind. Like you would
Okay.
never be 100% healed because we gonna always need him. He gonna always want us to need him. So that's how I picture it.
That's the end of the show. She done got biblical. So yeah. All right now. I don't know where to go from there. So I'm gonna just go to the next question. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go in the chat. I'm just, because that all right. Never heal. Carry it, but don't allow it to hold you down. Facts. And Estelle Davis agrees with you.
Yeah,
Yes. All right. My boy Dante says real rap. All right. So I'm gonna go on to the next thing because I can't. Ain't nobody slap boxing with Jesus. I'm good. All right.
definitely
So
not.
definitely not slap boxing with Jesus. All right. So once you sat with yourself long enough, your standards change. So when you step into your next chapter, are you choosing connection or are you choosing alignment?
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay. First of all, how are you defining connection? Because a lot of people define alignment as connections. I am not,
Okay.
because your
So
alignment.
okay, so let's say connection could be just friendships and moving on into relationships where you find somebody, they fine. You know what I'm saying? They fine. And you feel like I'm gonna give this person some of my time. That's a connection, right? But is that alignment? No, it's not.
No.
Because okay, so that's what we're gonna take it.
Okay.
If that's
Connection and
if
alignment.
that is the definition that we all concur
Mm-hmm.
and that's how that person is moving, to me alignment is way more important than being connected to somebody, because you can be
Got you.
connected and their alignment can throw off everything that you're trying to do, you want to do, or you intend on doing. And now I'm connected to you, you don't match my mode, my alignment, and now I got to sift out of this, and then sifting out of that can take more out of you than you ever intended to give, versus just being well aware, okay, cool. You don't necessarily match my alignment, so I don't need to go too deep. I'm not saying you can't go over there and piddle paddle, put your toe in it, but remember, come back. That ain't where you need to be. Don't make that face. Don't make that face. I saw it. I saw you.
All right,
I
I'm
saw
gonna
you.
let it go. Go ahead, Keish. What you got? I'm gonna let it go. I'm not gonna do it this time.
Um,
Just put your
I
toe
think
in it.
I agree with Jax. I think the alignment is more important. The reason why I think alignment is more important is because people are thinking that alignment is their decision. Alignment is not your decision. Alignment is where moving you to greater into your purpose. So being in alignment means that you move accordingly. And if you taking your alignment and you being selfish and saying making that decision on your own, that's when chaos happens.
Mhm.
That's when things move when it's not supposed to move. That's when changes happen. That's when all things happen. That's the reason why I think alignment is way more important. I don't want my alignment. I need his alignment and move me where I'm supposed to go.
All right, she done did it again. I'm not slap boxing with Jesus. So they said all the things. I'm not gonna come behind that because I feel like they have covered it. So I'm just gonna start this closeout. All right. Growth will cost you comfort, people, versions of yourself you thought would last forever. But the real question is, are you willing to lose what no longer fits to become who you are meant to be? Because growth is a strange thing. Because on the outside, it looks like progress, but on the inside, it can feel like loss of people, loss of comfort, loss of the version of you that used to fit in spaces you now outgrown. And the truth is, not everyone is meant to go with you. Not every relationship is built to survive your evolution. Not every version of you is meant to stay. But that doesn't make your growth wrong. It just makes it real. So tonight, I don't want you to just listen. I want you to reflect and I want you to ask yourself, where in my life am I outgrowing something I've been holding on to? Am I staying out of love or out of fear of starting over? What version of me am I afraid to let go of? And am I choosing comfort over becoming who I'm meant to be? Because growth will always ask something of you and from you. All right. All right. So I can ask the questions again. Where in my life am I outgrowing something I've been holding on to? Am I staying out of love or out of fear of starting over? What version of me am I afraid to let go of? And am I choosing comfort over becoming who I'm meant to be? All right. So I answer those questions on your own. And hopefully what you got from this helps you in your growth period and what you're trying to do with your life. So I hope we helped out a little bit. With that being said, we have reached that segment. And I want to preface this. This one is not Pastor Mike, it's his brother Darius.
It don't matter.
Okay.
It's cool.
So, just a heads up, because I know they was gonna scream out what they was gonna scream out,
and
but
I'm
this is
still gonna scream it
Darius.
out. I'm
So
still gonna
I'm
scream it
I'm
out.
I'm gonna say Darius.
I'm gonna
That's
say
right.
Rock City.
Rock City. That's right. We are Rock City. So we're gonna do that. All right. So I heard my pastor say, Jesus is not teaching us how to get prayers answered, but he's teaching us how to become the kind of person who prayers get answered.
Mm,
I'm gonna say it again. Jesus is
mm.
not teaching us how to get prayers answered, but he's teaching us how to become the kind of person whose prayers get answered.
It's giving turn away from me. I never knew you. I gotta know you. I gotta know
Listen,
you.
you heard, Jax. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. We've talked about growth, that's a part of it. We talked about pruning, that's a part of it. Obedience is also a part of it. This is how he is turning you into the kind of person whose prayers get answered.
Oh,
The
that's
loneliness that you feel, the silence that is so loud, he's turning you into the person that needs to know the only person you need to turn to and depend on
him.
is him.
Do I know you? Oh,
Y'all hear my co host in the background? It's the truth. Lean on him, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Please. I'm not speaking to you from a place of I think I know. I'm talking about my own testimony. When that silence gets very loud, he's talking to you.
Yeah.
Listen. He's
directly.
trying to reach you. Even if you're sitting in a grocery store, if you're sitting in your car and you just hear a voice, it's him.
Directly. Mm.
Listen. Just listen. The crying, the what did I do, Lord? How did I get here? What's going on? Why are all the doors closing? It's because he's turning you into where you need to be and turning you who you need to be.
Yes.
Listen and just follow the instructions that you hear after you hear that voice. Because he's never going to give you the full plan, but he'll give you direction.
Just gotta trust
So
them.
please, please, yes, trust him, believe, pray, and seek his face at all times. Because I promise you it will get better. All right. My boy Dante said,
Man,
God tier bar.
what a plate. What a plate. What a that was the benediction. We need to go in past the offering plate.
Oh, all right now. Yeah,
That,
when I
that go
saw
to
it,
boom.
I was like, that's the one. That's it. That's it. That's the one. Because there's no way in the world I could choose anything else. Because it hit me so like it hit me. Like it just, I was
Moisture in
like,
your lip.
wait a minute. Hold on.
Moisture
What?
square in your bottom lip.
I'm talking about I was doing
Listen,
like this for a
listen.
minute. I thought I was bleeding. I had to touch and everything. But so with that being said, all right. So thank you all for tuning in. And please, by all means, don't
Thank
forget to
you.
hit those follow buttons for all of
Thank
us. With
you.
that being said, Jax, where can they follow you?
You can follow me Instagram, TikTok, dope queen underscore 786. That would be me. And he's gonna spell
Mhm.
dope.
Yes, DOPE. That's how you spell dope, people. I'm not letting it go because I don't know who misspelled dope, but I am not going to let you. If you are in the chat, if you have been listening, I'm on you every show. You understand? On every show. DOPE. All right, Keish, where can they follow you, girl?
You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at 313 underscore quiche. Kish. It's quiche. It's not kish. It's not. Listen, it's quiche.
Listen,
Thank
she that's a trigger for her. Please get it together. Okay. and it's down there. He said if you misspell it at this point, something's wrong. And you can always find me in the club, bottle full. No. So at Instagram or TikTok, you can find me at GL_Richardson. And understand this. Now, after you hit those follow buttons, don't forget to click that link below. Hey. And subscribe for only $3 a month. Your contribution helps us keeps the mics hot, the lights on, the conversations flowing. Now, we do understand that life is lifing, okay? And many of us, if you're not able to give, we wholeheartedly understand. Just do us a favor and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You're already here. Go ahead and take the time to subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Vibe Responsibly Podcast. Click the subscribe button. Help us out in that way. And we thank you all in advance for all your support and all the love. As always, have a phenomenal day on purpose. And we don't know you, but we love you like we do. And we out.
I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in hot. Y'all should be used to this by now. Demo. I'm coming in hot.
All right, man. All right.